2.
All right, that's good.
We good? All right, great. Man, I don't know, New. Hope the motherfucker didn't do it. Shit. Cause I do. My mic is hot. Stop talking. What was
What?
I hope I didn't say nothing crazy because my mic was hot.
Where?
They could hear me
When?
before we went live.
I didn't. Where?
Yo, before we went live, they heard. It's okay. It ain't your fault, Sarah. Damn. All right, here we go. Let's get it going real quick. You already know what it is. RussellHerbals.com for all of your detox needs. RussellHerbals.com for all of your energy drink and energy shot needs. TotalPackageEnergy.com for all of your confectionery delights. Cakes, cookies, special events, stuff like that. All you got to do is run over to shepherdsweets.com. And for everybody who made weekend purchases of He Is Risen, I'll be packaging those up and shipping them out as well. I just had to refund somebody the cost of a book. Listen, I can't move at the speed of Amazon during Christmas. So, of course, yeah, I refunded your money, brother. Thank you for the support, but I can't move at the speed of Amazon. I know you trying to get Christmas together, and thank you for supporting, brother. But I just have to let you know, like, you have to understand, man. Radio every day, whole other business going on. I have set times to be able to ship out packages. Now, when you don't get your packages, I need you to understand something. I'm pretty thorough. This is why, excuse me.
Lord.
This is why I actually write out the addresses because I'm pretty thorough about that. After I package it up and ship it out to you, there's really nothing I can do after that. I have so many receipts in terms of, on the packages, when you ship them out, you get a receipt that has a bunch of tracking numbers. Man, if you understood how busy I was, you'd understand why I don't have the time to go find your individual tracking number out of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of orders. Please forgive me. I don't have a staff. It's just me by myself. So sometimes you guys get a little impatient. But one thing I do is ship those damn packages out to the address that was given. I got my sisters over there at the damn post office who love to see me, and they make sure. They say, Zoe, you want us to verify the address, or will you verify the address? And they go through them. Not a bad address yet, Zoe. And these are all handwritten. Not a bad address yet. Okay, let's just make sure. Not a bad address yet. So sometimes they get sent back or refused. So listen, I need y'all to understand, man, like, I don't mind refunding your money. I refunded one who wanted a book, and I refunded it. But I'm telling you, when you order He Is Risen or any of my books, I got a set time. Tuesdays, I'm packaging them. Wednesdays, I'm shipping them. Right? Fridays, I'm packaging them. Saturdays, I'm shipping them. All right? So let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Go to Shepherd Sweets if you want those cakes and confectionery delights. Go to Total Package Energy if you want that energy shot. Go to Russell Herbals if you want your detox situation to be taken care of. And also go to Mr. Zoe What if you're looking to purchase one of my books or He Is Risen. Everybody in the chat room, we need you to hit the like button, because the like button gets us in the algorithm. We are already being shadow banned. Of course, in 2024, I'm going to be on different platforms. So I'm going to come in and let you guys know what platforms those are going to be. But I'm not going to be exclusively on YouTube to be slowly but surely demonetized. We're going to be going to different platforms, but we will be broadcasting in the early part of 2024, letting you guys know the new platforms that we're going to go to, because we want you guys to subscribe to the new platforms as well.
Not 2025.
Huh?
I thought you said 2025.
2024.
Okay.
Right?
Gotcha.
Right? So that's what we're going to be doing. All right, let's move on. Did I cover? Oh, Jawi Sola. My homeboy Jawi Sola out in Nigeria. I will say this. Did I say something terrible? I will say this. Jawi Sola is sick right now.
Oh, no.
Brother called me. Let me tell you, this is how dedicated this brother is. The brother called just to pray for me, but he's sick. Can y'all send some prayers out to Brother Jawi Sola? He's sick. He said he had typhoid and malaria.
What? That's
Yeah.
not regular.
Man, my brother called me. He said, I'm in the hospital bed. I'm in the sick bed is what he called it. I said, what in the Feast of Samhain is going on? There's real life sickness going on over there.
Okay, that's real. That's not a cold. That ain't got
There ain't
malaria.
no cold. Like, I got the flu. No.
Malaria, man.
Yeah. So everybody send some prayers out to my good friend, Jawi Sola. And even though
Typhoid fever, like, is it an Oregon Trail? Like, remember on the Oregon Trail?
Listen, man. Brother said, hey, Zoe Williams, my brother, let's pray. That's what he said. I said, from the sick bed?
Oh,
So, yeah, we
he
love
wasn't
Jawi
going
Sola.
nowhere.
Please continue to support that good brother, man. All right, let's move on quick, because we don't have a lot of time. Sarah,
yes.
your thoughts
Uh-huh.
on Kanye West and the rant?
Okay, so I believe that Kanye West he's like, Okay, he reminds me of this crackhead that she was doing crack for 35 years, but she always had moments of clarity where she would give some of the greatest wisdom of all time.
Crack clarity.
Yeah, crack clarity. You know what I'm saying? But like with him, I really think that something is, he a little mental illness. You know what I'm saying? But if you know anything about people that are like autistic and stuff like that, a lot of them in the vein of Rain Man are savants.
So you said he's Rain Man?
Yeah, I believe that he's a cultural Rain Man, and then all of a sudden, it may sound weird to us, but slowly but surely, you start hearing things, and that he sound quite about right on, and I think it also is attributed to his daughter too, because they be talking about Northwest that she out here, but she wasn't gonna live with her daddy. He still have ramen. Shout out to Kanye West for still eating ramen. Okay, but anyway, but his mind, he spits a lot of truth, but a lot of the truth seems unreal to, I think, average people because we were never exposed to that world. He was exposed to a world that we could only dream about. At the same time, he saw that a lot of people that dream about that life realize when you get there, it's a nightmare. And I think that he saw a lot of stuff he was not down with, but he was in the room. So it's like yay on the shelf, you know what I'm saying?
I got you. Would you say that the closest thing to Kanye would be like Orlando Brown or maybe Jaguar, right? Because people,
yes,
they consider all of these people crazy, but in hindsight, it looked like a lot of what they've been talking about.
Yeah, and that's why I understand why he really was fooling with Donald Trump like that, because Donald Trump said a lot of crazy stuff, but Donald Trump actually be saying some real stuff. People don't like it, but it doesn't make it not true. You know what I'm saying? Just because you don't like something don't mean that it's not all wrapped up in the truth. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like Kanye West is like a brilliant homeless man. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, like he's just, you really don't take it. You pass him by on the street. Well, sometimes you buy a record, like giving him $1. You know what I'm saying?
The term is houseless, not homeless.
No, he homeless. No. He act like a homeless man. I never know. Like people talking about unalive. They dead, baby. They not unalive.
No, but see, you have to remember Western media is to build you up and then tear you down.
Absolutely.
So if you study English and if you study writing and you study logic, you're going to see something that's, you're going to see pathos, ethos, and logos. Mm-hmm. Right?
And I have mamos.
Pathos is emotion, sentimentality, sympathetic, empathetic. This is where we get our word pathetic from. Oh, that's pathetic. It just means you care.
Oh, you care too much.
You care too much. That's pathetic. Pathetic in the real sense means you have feelings, you feel. So, when you're writing, say, a poem, poems tend to be pathetic. Or when you're writing a song, they need to be pathetic. You need emotional content. So that's pathetic, pathos, right? Then you have logos. Logos is facts, data, proof, right? Then you have ethos. Ethos, ethics. Who are you to be speaking? Are you in good standing? And typically in a capitalist society, your job or your education determines ethos, right? So what happens is, if you have someone who is considered to be, say they're an entertainer, right? It's easy to discredit an entertainer by simply saying you're just an entertainer. So what are they attacking? They're attacking ethos. You don't really have the standing to be saying anything. The educational standing, you don't have. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you're not a preacher, you're not a philosopher, you're not. You're just really part of the entertainment
with a huge platform.
But do you see what I'm saying? I just. But what I'm saying is, this is the methodology. I need you to pay attention to the point I'm making. This is the methodology for how they can build you up and tear you down. Because you're 100% right by talking about the platform, the huge platform. The huge platform is what got him the deals with the Adidas and the Louis Vuittons and the this and the that and all of these people, right? That's what got him in the door. But as a backup plan, we can use ethos, right? And pathos and logos to make you look crazy so nobody will listen to you.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? That's how they tear you down.
Yeah, but like Shakespeare and Picasso and a lot of great people that were, when they were deados, you know what I'm saying? Like after they passed, then people realized their brilliance. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
No, I don't think people don't recognize his brilliance. I think people do recognize that he's an intelligent brother. He is not a dumb brother. The point that I'm trying to make is, Sarah, stay on point.
I'm on the point.
The system sees that he's brilliant. So they're going to spin the narrative. Yes, we know something wrong with him. You see black people talking about it the most. They'll be like, oh, yeah, because you know when he lost his mama. See, that's when things took a turn for him right there, when he lost his mama. So they use all of these things to justify not listening. This is the point I'm making, Sarah, to the truth of what he's saying, to the logos in what he's saying.
Yeah.
So they appeal to our ethos and pathos. You crazy as hell if you listen to a crazy nigga ranting about people. They're damnedest to keep you away from the logos, the logic, the reason, the information in what he's saying. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
That's why later on, people are like, you know, Jaguar Wright was right. You know, Orlando Brown crazy as a Betsy bug, but you know what? He right.
Yeah, he been. I'm telling you, the most truthful person at a party is the drunk one. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they make them seem crazy. You know, there were reports about even people with the whole Puff situation. Some young artists did, like the little Martin Lawrence was butt naked in the street running from the apartment. You know what I'm saying? But everybody thought he was crazy because that is the greatest like weapon they have against the truth, is to discredit the person in which is given the information. If I can make the messenger messed up, then you won't believe the message.
Oh, and look what they did to Dave Chappelle.
Absolutely.
Because he went to Africa, he crazy.
Exactly. They got rolling blackouts, my nigga. Like you went and you turned down $40 million to go to the equator, my nigga? Like,
you
what?
Must be crazy.
You got to be crazy. With an Asian lady? What is going on?
You crazy. Crazy is their defense against logos.
Yep. Yep, because...
Okay, he'd be crazy, but was he spitting facts? Was he telling the truth?
Absolutely. I think a lot of things that he say, but the reason why it's so outrageous because the reality of the situation is outrageous. You know, it's almost like, it's like when a lot of rappers or something like that, they'll play with the fact that like, oh yeah, I'm Illuminati and all this kind of stuff. When they do all those things like that,
yeah, it's
almost like to throw you off to the fact that, oh, people that talk about that is crazy. No, boo.
Y'all should know. In the history of world domination, any information that was disseminated out to the masses was merely propaganda.
Absolutely.
The real ones that really do it you rarely hear from them in a public sense. You rarely hear them speaking in a manner that is for public consumption.
Mm-hmm.
So if motherfuckers is out here talking about Illuminati and Masonry and all, listen, they ain't got enough information. And we talking about the world builders. You know what a world build is? It's social engineering. I want people to think a different way now. Let's start introducing new concepts and new ideas. We're in the experiment of it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the people with power. A nigga who can buy a ham on rye, it doesn't have any power. He is a player in a game that he didn't construct.
Mm-hmm.
Because the people, listen, they construct the brick and mortar of your reality. Do you understand? Like,
but you also have to realize too that a lot of messages that are given out are in code. You know what I'm saying? Like Morse code sound like beep, 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 beep. I'm like, this nigga's beeping? What is this nigga beeping like that? Right. But it's a message that is about to get, it may not be the way in which you're used to receiving information, but it's a message going out, you know, that you have to decipher. You have to learn the code. And I think a lot of times when you really start seeing future events that start happening, that, you know, when things start unraveling, that Kanye West, honestly, some of the stuff that he said years ago and Jaguar Wright and all that, now is coming to fruition. And people are seeing the receipts and everybody's seeing all this. Mm-hmm. So now you realize back then, if you would have deciphered the code, you would have seen all this stuff coming.
Well, Maxwell Jordan, is it Maxwell Jordan or Jordan Maxwell? I think it's
Jordan
Maxwell. He said we live in a society that's symbol illiterate. Mm. So when you start talking about secret societies, you're talking about the language of symbology, symbols, signs and symbols. Many people don't know. A sign be sitting right in front of your face and you don't know what it is. He said we're symbol illiterate. So many of those messages are not for the commoner.
Mm-hmm. They're like an elite scavenger hunt.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
This all came out of the mystery schools of ancient Kemet and before, right? The priests were the only ones who knew how to read or decipher hieroglyphs, right? They
like
were
the
only
Levites and other cultures,
yeah. Everybody else did not know those that language, the hieroglyphs, right? Holy words or the word of God, right? Medu neter. Medu.
What is it called?
Metu. That's words, etching, right?
Uh-huh.
Netter. Word of God. So only the priests knew that. And that transferred over into Europe when the Europeans got involved, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once the Europeans get involved, their priesthood become the intercessor between man and God. Mm. You see, and this is where the term layman comes from. It means not of the cloth. In other words, he's not a priest. He's not of the cloth. And this is why commoner, population, populace, all of it means the masses of unlearned animals from Latin. Masses of unlearned animals. Sarah, you were saying?
Is it because of the disciplined nature that one has to obtain or whatever, or to possess in order to be able to dedicate their lives to being like a Levite or being like the, you know, the priest and everything? You know what I'm saying?
I love Sarah. She said a Levite.
A Levite. That's a Levite. That's
back to the Old Testament.
That Old Testament.
He is of the priest tribe.
The lineage.
They are responsible for the laws that were handed down to Musa, Moshe, or whom you call Brother Moses. But Moses was illiterate, you see.
My Lord.
And they said he was slow of tongue, But then they passed it over to Aaron, whom the Muslims will call Harun, yes? Yeah, you see.
Oh, let me get a little organ going. Oh, my God.
And he was responsible for being the intercessor
Uh-huh.
between the people and God's prophet Moses
Uh-huh.
at the time. Isn't that beautiful?
Isn't it
My.
Oh, yes.
I need everybody in the chat room to hit the like button.
Uh-huh.
I need everybody to like it and like it well. Pass it on to your friends. Yes, yes.
Hey, we talking about Moses. Wow.
Yeah. So layman,
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
lack of understanding the code, right? There's a code for those, and this is what the Matrix was all about. They used all of this same intellectual iconography to make the Matrix that way. The average person walking in the Matrix does not see the code. But the one who is a Messiah, Neo spelled backwards is one, right? Or rearranged is one. Once he realizes that he's the one, he starts to see the code. This is why, again, Jordan Maxwell said most of this society is symbol illiterate.
Because of the matrix, like the numbers on the wall, like when I see the posters, like it's green. So it's like, do you think that some people see, when they see that, it's more of the Emerald City versus the Matrix?
The Emerald City from
Yeah,
the Oz.
the Oz, the Wizard
Exactly.
of Oz. And
A
some
lot
people
of
are
this
like,
stuff
oh,
is
this
that.
is something that's going to fix something, when actually it's nothing behind what they're really searching for.
I like that. A lot of this stuff is fiction. That's all. Just you live in a fiction. That's it. Everybody that's hitting that super chat, I appreciate it because we need it for this channel. This has been a very slow month, but I understand why. Christmas is a week away. I know you guys are, the holiday seasons. I get it. I just would request that everybody hit the like button. I don't know why there's a lackadaisical sense to move, but please hit that like button. All right.
Shout out
Please
to
hit that
everybody
like
in
button.
H-Town for the holiday.
I really quickly before I
Hey,
move on to my
Alpha.
next story, because my next story is a bit heartbreaking for me because this is kind of personal. It's a couple of things personal that I have to cover. Number one of my good friends passed away.
Yeah.
Right? On Friday. You guys hear me talk about the Cigar Lounge a lot. The Cigar Lounge brings me a great deal of solace when no one in my life seems to be able to. I can go in there and sit down and not be bothered for hours on top of hours on top of hours on top of hours. But it wasn't always that way in the Cigar Lounge. When I first started going to the Cigar Lounge, maybe 5 years ago, 6 years ago, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I came in year 2. They're 7 years old, so I came in year 2, so maybe 6 years ago. When I first came to the Cigar Lounge, this is before it had been remodeled here in Inglewood. It's a beautiful space now, man. But what was so amazing was every Tuesday, the two brothers that owned the spot, we would all come together, a group of us, and we would sit in the main room and listen to hip hop and have debates and watch videos and really be building and getting deep, man. Like we'd be watching documentaries and you know what I'm saying? So they partnered with me. I did roundtables with them. The Cigar Lounge is famous now. It's Drobe Stogies. Here in Inglewood, California, Drobe Stogies. It's owned by Ryan Taylor and Jakeem Stewart. And these guys were childhood friends that grew up together, went to elementary school together, went all the way through it together, did business together. Jakeem, when I first met him 6 years ago, at the time, I was in a nice little car. I had a Chrysler 300,
Yay.
silver on the 20-inch rims, you know, and blacked out windows. It was really nice. All black leather on the inside. But what was so beautiful, when I started coming to the lounge, I mean, we getting into deep conversations. We talking quantum mechanics and philosophy and spirituality. We getting deep. And we got so deep that one of the members was like, hey, man, Zoe is one of our people. He's our kind of people. This may sound a little elitish, but the dude came up to me and said, hey, man, you one of us. I just purchased your membership, your first year membership, because we need brothers like you here. And this is how we connected. My brother Jakeem passed on Friday from a long bout with cancer. I did my part. I tried to, I hooked him up with Dr. Russell, but it was a late, it was really late in the game, but I hooked him up with Dr. Russell. I tried to get him on Dr. Russell last year, but I bring up the car because it was Jakeem who said, hey, man, listen, the car does not match the spirit, the intellect, the presence. He said, because Jakeem dealt with luxury cars. That was his part of the business. Ryan dealt with wardrobe. I got the suit from Ryan, and then, of course, the cigar lounge. So Jakeem was like, I got you. So Jakeem put me in my first Audi. He got me the 2016 6. And then he got me my next one. And then, so Jakeem and I, man, we shared a lot. He's a father. I'm a father. He brought his sons because they're basketball players and baseball players. He brought his sons to see my son work out. See my son work out during the summer so they can get an idea, a notion in their mind as to what it takes. As to what it takes to get to that level. And man, so many countless conversations, man. He and I talked when they remodeled the lounge. He was like, man, we need to have a library in here with all of these books, the Metal Netter and all of the. And literally he took all of his books and filled up the chairman's lounge with a library, right? And maybe about 3 weeks ago, he was at the lounge, and he was frail. He wasn't himself, but he was on business about his books. Somebody had stolen one of the copies of my book out of the lounge. It ain't there no more. And he was really like, so man, you got to keep the door closed so they can't come in here and steal the books. He was like, the books are my legacy. I want to give these books to my kids. He was passionate about that knowledge, about that information. I love that brother deeply. Man. That is a solid brother. I want to send condolences to his wife, to his ex-wife, to his kids, to his mama, to his daddy, to his brother, to his nephews. He was a solid dude, man. Always trying to connect the dots with folks in the game, people trying to do things, people trying to make things happen. Great dude. I just wanted to acknowledge that.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to find his picture.
You don't have his picture yet?
I went and I looked for one since I couldn't find it.
Wait a minute. I emailed it to you, man.
I didn't get it. I didn't get it.
Oh my God. All right, well, don't worry about it.
No,
It's fine.
I wanted to be in there.
It's fine. I have to move on to the next.
So, I know you have to move on.
But you want to just.
Oh. But I just want to put it in there. 'Cause I just want everybody to see him. He was a great guy.
He's a great. Well, we'll pull it up later. Let's move on to the next one for now,
Okay.
though, because this one hits home too. This one hits home. NBA G League player Chance Comanche has been arrested by the FBI in connection with the disappearance of a 23-year-old woman. I would say her name is Marina Rogers, whose remains were found in a desert in Henderson, outside of Henderson, which is Las Vegas, in that area. So this young man, and I'm praying to God that it's a misunderstanding. I am praying to God because I know this young man's mother, Melissa. I'm praying to God that this is not true. This kid was on my son's AAU team.
Oh, wow.
When they were coming up together, they were supposed to go to the same high school. They all out of Inglewood, came up together training every day over here at Rogers Park. I watched this kid grow up. I watched this kid develop. I got video of my son and this kid working out. And he always came across as just a nice kid. He's big and tall and lanky. And, you know, he winds up going to... So let me just say this, man. No disrespect to anybody or how anybody is raised. You didn't have to do that, but thank you.
No, I have no. I had pulled it over and it did that.
I got you. No disrespect, but man, when your daddy is in play, you know, you're gonna be all right in a lot of ways. You ain't gonna be perfect, but you're gonna be different. And the reason why I say that is because I've seen a lot of kids that didn't have the consistent father figure energy. Sometimes they bounce from school to school, you know, and then that AAU stuff, you want to get into a high school that's going to give you more opportunities than not. My kids don't believe he did it, so I believe my kids. And plus, I met this kid several times. I've hung out with this kid. I don't believe he did it either. But Lord, the story don't look good. Her remains were found. He's 27 years old. His girlfriend is 19. I'm talking about the father thing because it's big, man. Like, when you got an anchor in your life that can steer you in a particular direction, it don't mean you won't veer off course. It just means you got a better chance of staying on course. Oh, man. To see this kid go through this right now, he was arrested, cut by Sacramento Kings. He was on the G League team, Sacramento Kings. They cut him. And now this. I feel for his family. I definitely feel for the girl because the girl in this picture right here is gone. She's dead.
Yeah.
And I really want to get down to the bottom of it and find out what happened. And in a perfect world, Chance won't be guilty. But my son and Chance have a long history. They go all the way back to AAU. They played on rival high school teams. That's why I was giving you the father example. He bounced around from high school to high school. My son stayed at one high school the whole damn time. Right? But he started at this school and wound up at a rival school. Right? My son was at Santa Monica High. He went to Beverly Hills High for, I guess, his senior year, and they kicked our ass. because, New was coming off of a knee injury in junior year. But this is part of a talented group of kids that were on the same AAU team. And for the story to wind up like this is heartbreaking, because I had never seen a malicious bone in Chance's body. I never seen like an asshole or somebody where you can go, this kid is heading somewhere different, But I'm going to say this, Chance is alive and his girlfriend is alive. And they suspect Chance and his girlfriend of plotting to kill this girl. That's what they were arrested on. First off, at 27, Chance, you shouldn't be with a 19-year-old. At 27, like that age gap won't matter as much, right? When that 19-year-old is 39. You understand what I'm saying? But where y'all at, 27 and 19, that's a struggle that's a struggle. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But his 19-year-old girl was arrested first. Then they went to go arrest. And because it's the FBI, the California FBI branch had to go get him, Sacramento. And now he's being extradited back to Henderson, which is Las Vegas. You hate to see the story end like this.
Yeah.
But like I said, at the end of the day, they're alive. And this young lady right here is 23 years old, Miss Rogers. Her remains were found. So in a perfect world, I'm looking for a win-win where they say, oh, Chance had nothing to do with it. I'll be like, whew. Yeah, but you hate to see these kind of stories, man. So I just had to report on that. Let's keep it pushing. That's tough. That's tough. And then Christian Keys.
Just think of me as the pages in your
reports
diary.
Experiencing sexual assault by a prominent Hollywood figure.
I won't tell your secrets. That's crazy. You know why Howard remember him distinctly from other light-skinned black actors? Is that huge cross he has on his chest. Yeah, all the ladies know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, do they?
Yeah, I don't know about that huge cross on his chest.
Yeah.
The man I go.
Let me tell you something. This is what I've experienced in Hollywood. They only play the thirsty ones.
Drink up, kids.
Listen, I always had an energy of, I will throw you off this balcony.
Oh, you look like that person.
Y'all, what's the name of that, the YouTube page where I did the interview about Fox and I did the interview about Steve Rifkin?
Was it Hip Hop Uncensored? Is that what you did?
Is that what it's called? Hip Hop
Uncensored? I think Hip Hop Uncensored.
Let me tell you something. I told Steve Rifkin that. At 22 years old, I said, I will throw you the fuck off this balcony.
Then there's that.
I said, I'm not like these other niggas who are afraid to lose this job. I don't even know what the fuck this job is for it to even matter, really.
Try Jesus.
Do you understand what I'm saying? I always carried an energy of, I'm cool, but don't play. And everybody who know me knows that. Niggas who know me, niggas who really know me know, like, y'all remember Ice Life? You remember the Ice Life, the deaf poet who did Def Poetry Jam years ago? Mm-hmm. Me and Ice Life, we used to be hella tight. He's a good brother, still doing good work. I remember one day Ice Life went to Pasadena, hooked up with some folk that knew me, inadvertently, that knew me. And he was like, I was talking to niggas that know you, and there's a sense of danger around you, nigga. Like, everybody is talking about this aggression because this is him and I talking about the Aries Spears situation. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, you got to have a little bit of something on you. If you thirsty and you trying to make it in Hollywood, they're going to play you. They're going to try to play. Like, if they have any level of leverage and they see, you remember that scene in Total Recall when Quaid was looking at that man and said, if you pull that trigger, you will destroy yourself. And then he waited and he saw that one little drop of sweat. Mm-hmm. Then he shot his ass. Listen, those executives are waiting to see you sweat. They're waiting to see you compromise. They're waiting to see you beg to do something, anything. They're waiting.
It's like limbo. How low will you go?
How
low can you go? Hey.
So it's not, for me, it's not even a question of if he's telling the truth. Of course he's telling the truth.
Of course. I don't know. Claudia Jordan, she came out and she said that he told her about this verbatim 15 years ago. And she just glad that he was able to keep the secret like this long. And in my head, I'm like, oh, it's cool. He has somebody to confide in. At the same time, it's like,
this whole
damn
confiding and he was able to get it off his chest. No disrespect, nigga. Rob these motherfuckers.
Yes.
White people been robbing you for years. Rob them, sue them. But no. I want this. And see, when you say I want this or I want to do this or this is my passion, they're going to seek to leverage that against you.
Yeah.
Well, you know what you got to do.
Don't take his honey yet, because I ain't got my field. As soon as I get my field, then let's attack the hive.
I'm just saying, man, you have to have... I'm Gemini. I'm sorry. In my 20s, I got to find him again. I'm going to find his ass. I've been looking for him lately. I got to find his ass again. In my 20s, I don't even think I don't give a fuck was good enough. As a matter of fact, we had a crew back in Pasadena called Dillagav. My homeboy Mock, whom I saw yesterday at the Cigar Lounge, Mock bought us all shirts that had it on the front. That's Dillagav. Does it look like I give a fuck? That was the entire energy I walked with. I did not give a fuck. And when you give a fuck, now let me get deep. When you give a fuck too much in relationship, people take that as a weakness. When you care too much, you hear people say it all the time. The person who cares the least has the most control in the relationship. You hear it all the time. Am I correct?
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you that not only applies to relationships, that applies to business ships, business relationships. Like, you have to go in there not looking or presenting as if you need them for anything. This is why so many people love the way Kanye West rants. He rants like, nigga, I'm a god. Fuck what you talking about. We make the culture. You follow us. If you want to do business, here are my demands. Sometimes you got to come in that vein.
But he's not that great of an actor to demand shit like that. It's weird because the people that did you hear his rant? Did you hear what he said? What he said? Because the people that he talked about, 2 men and a woman. The 2 men are billionaires, and if it's who everybody thinks one of them he's talking about, he still work for them.
Mortgage, nigga.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying? If they got something to leverage your ass with, what are they gonna do?
I'm just because maybe is that the reason why he haven't been in a lot of high profile black films? Because he's been in a lot of regular black films.
Listen, he gonna be in black films.
Yeah, he in a lot of regular stuff because he's like a very mid actor that looks very nice. Like he's very mid.
Black Hollywood is the HBCU of entertainment.
Okay.
No disrespect. Many, and this is not a disrespectful, because many people who went to HBCUs, in my opinion, are better educated than those who went to Ivy League. So I'm not saying. I'm not saying because you went to an HBCU, you're not well educated. You're probably better educated than everybody else. But what I'm saying is, because of ageism, racism, sexism, and classism in America, in particularly classism and racism, I'm not throwing up the devil sign. People say, oh, Illuminati. What I'm trying to tell you is this is why it is possible for Tyler Perry to create a whole new South version of Hollywood, because white Hollywood wasn't going to give them niggas no work anyway.
Exactly. So they got the mid scripts.
So they say, give all that shit to Tyler. I had some people coming at me like, you know, Atlanta's the new Hollywood. Nigga, would you knock it off? Atlanta is not the new Hollywood. It's Hollywood's black drainage system.
It's the new West Hollywood.
No, not even the drainage. All of these niggas can't work here in Hollywood.
Yeah.
We can't have all these niggas on an episode of Friends.
Yay. A lot of these niggas are not living single material.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, we gonna put your ass in this. So if Tyler got movies, great, go down there. It was the homeboy, Johnny Mack, who once told me. He said, man, do you know at any given moment, only 2% of black Hollywood is working on jobs here in Hollywood.
Yeah.
He says 98% everybody auditioning.
Yeah. If there's a mama in a black film, it's only gonna be Loretta Devine and Jennifer Lewis. If it's
Do you understand?
if it's older black men, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's very, very limited. That's why you see like Taraji is like the middle-aged black woman for now. You know what I'm saying? So but I also wonder how they are selected.
No, but peep game. This is what's so dope about the internet. G-Unit Films is coming, as Willie Johnson just explained. Down in New Orleans, 50 just bought up, big ass facility down there. Then you got Tubi. Again, because white Hollywood not finna employ all these black people. They're just not gonna do it.
And they're not gonna have no films where people are acting like their hand is a gun and it fires bullets. Only Tubi. Shout out to Tubi.
Somebody said Jonathan Majors found guilty on some of the charges. Well, she's white, and they can even produce a video of her chasing his ass down the street where he's trying to get away from her. It all makes sense.
It all makes sense.
But he probably did, because let me just say this. I don't know, but there have been rumors that he been upside your headums.
Yeah. But see, this is my thing. What do you think about people like, especially like
allegedly,
the Puffy situation, different things like that? People are like, oh, everybody, I'm not going to be in support of bringing another black man down. But if they did it, and it's receipts out there that they did it, what do you think about that?
I don't know if he did it.
Okay.
Because a rumor isn't a receipt.
Oh, say it again for the people in the back.
A rumor ain't a receipt. So the rumor is, Jonathan Majors was allegedly, doing whatever, blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you something. When I saw that man was with a white woman and she was accusing him of whatever, and whatever was coming out was not very clear in terms of who did what and why, what is what did she do? Who's lying? Oh, is he texting her, telling her, don't speak to this? It was too muddled for me to have an opinion. But I do know whenever you caught up with some white woman and you Africoid, you melanated, boy, you're not going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Stay in the sun and stay out that snow.
What the fuck is assault in the third degree? It's something.
It's something to get your ass.
So you know what's about to happen next.
Yeah.
The snowball effect. Everybody gonna fire him. He out the game.
Oh.
Remember what I said? Thank you, Tristan. Remember what I said about Hollywood? White Hollywood, we will grab Don Cheadle. Thank you.
Thank you.
We will grab Denzel.
Angela.
We will grab Angela Bassett. Thank you. Viola Davis.
VD. A little VD don't never hurt nobody.
You understand? They're going to pick and choose pieces.
But they're also, look at the pieces that you just named. Back in the day, they were choosing James Earl Jones, light skin. Diane Carroll, fair skin. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but now, if you notice, like in the 2000s, it became the Viola Davises and the Angela Bassett's and all of that or whatever, like almost like to show that white people that the darker skinned Negroes are cool too, but they gonna cry and they're very dramatic.
Listen, white Hollywood know what it's doing. Go look up that video where Carmelo Anthony says the NBA is the feds.
Bro.
Go look it up. He said, you do know the NBA is the feds. The NBA is an extension of the entertainment industry. CAA. Name all of the agencies. What are the agencies, Sarah? CAA?
The CAA is the biggest one.
ICM, Endeavor.
Yes, okay.
You think these aren't extensions of the actual government?
They got the acronyms too.
This how broken black people are. Atlanta, the new Hollywood. Nigga, stop. Do you think they're going to give you that kind of extension? Right?
Yeah, for y'all housewives?
This is just for y'all to do that fuck shit y'all on, to keep your attention. Housewives of this,
yes.
The Tubi movies and all. This is what it's for.
Sweetie pies, and then they killing the nephew.
Yeah, this will keep them occupied.
But let's see what's Blueface and Krishan doing.
Yeah, this is their outlet. And I'm not trying to disrespect it. I'm not trying to diss it. I'm just saying, like, Hollywood is on some other shit. It's about changing the mindset. It's about cultivating the narrative of what you aspire to be. Man, I done seen so many black celebrities who used to live here move to Atlanta because of the Tyler Perry situation. They gonna work. They gonna work and be able to take care of their peoples. That's really what they in it for too. And they get to do what they love. However, don't ever get it twisted. Atlanta and its movie industry, please understand, that's established for a reason.
Exactly.
I'm talking about as it pertains to black actors. That's a lifeline for black actors because white Hollywood knows they're not going to hire nobody.
Because it's not the Chitlin Circuit anymore. It's the Chitlin Network. Chitlin Studios coming to you.
Boom. Boom.
Yep.
And you got to respect what Tyler did because here's the thing. Tyler really was the first movie influencer. You say, what the fuck is a movie influencer? This man had all of the black church with him with his plays. They followed him.
A black man dressed as a woman. Okay,
but I'm just
ahead.
saying,
Keep
he
going.
produced all of these plays. And his following followed him. So by the time it levels up to movies, this is where it was kind of like, all right, well, fuck it. Let's just give him a deal because we do know we got a built-in audience. Mm-hmm. So what does that mean? What does the built-in audience actually mean? Oh, it's real simple. You give him a small budget. His audience goes, listen, if we give him a budget of $6 million and the movie turns around and makes $40 million, we're in the black. Mm-hmm. Let's keep funding his shit. Because you got a built-in audience. That's what YouTube is. That's what, if you got a built-in audience, do you see? You're an influencer. Tyler was, you have to give him his credit. He was revolutionary in that sense. He came with a built-in black audience that was rooted in the black church. So Lionsgate, here's $6 million to do this movie. Well, in the first weekend, which is the most important, he's going to do about 40. We made our money back. We're doing billing with him. Now put 6, 7 movies like that out. Oh, he did a Halloween movie. Oh, he did 65 million. Do you see?
But the craziest thing, when Tyler Perry first came out, like when he first came like with his big blockbuster movies and stuff like that, it wasn't even rumored. People would come out, the actors would come out in interviews and saying that, oh, like all of the men, this is from an interview, y'all can look it up. They all said, oh, I was just walking down the street, or I was just working at this store and he saw me and offered me a part. That's the casting that we have going on for Tyler Perry movies. And you wonder why the acting be so bad, because half the time it's just like he was just giving opportunities to random people like he would see like on the street, or people that he thought looked good. In early stage plays, you notice if you could sing, you either could sing, but you couldn't act. You could act, but you couldn't sing. You look good, couldn't act or sing. That was a Tyler Perry production.
But you got to give him credit for building it out. And I'm giving him credit because, again, without Tyler Perry, whether, you got some people who say he don't pay and I'm not even talking about all that. Without Tyler Perry, imagine how fewer black faces you would see. Mm-hmm. All I'm saying is this brother who went through that, it don't surprise me because they know they can leverage something. It's no different than even college. You want to get down with the get down? This is what you got to get down with. Because they want to leverage that. Do you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Colleges do the same thing with their recruits. Hey, you're going to get a great education. They know they should be breaking them off bread. Y'all seen Chip Kelly's takedown of NIL and recruiting and all of that. They know the NCAA should be paying these students, but they still selling kids on a hype dream of, hey, look, you're at Kentucky, you're at Auburn, right? You're at Cal Berkeley. They still selling them on a dream. How you gonna sell listen, this kid is your potential product. Mm-hmm. You're virtually getting them for free. And if it wasn't for the O'Bannons pushing it, they wouldn't even be getting stipends. Right? It's the same model for every industry. Christian Keys, hey, nice looking guy. They'll say it to your face. These executives will be like, hey, you're a hottie. They'll be on some overt fuck your heterosexuality type shit. I've been in rooms where they don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. They're going to say what they want to say. You know why? Because they know you want something. And they've got what you want. And that's every damn industry. It gets to a point where, boom, I'm going to lay out what I want in order for you to get what you want.
Yeah.
And it's sad that the brother could only tell one person 15 years ago, but had to keep it quiet so he could keep the momentum of whatever his, career was about. That's crazy.
You trying to break in? They trying to
They trying
break
to
your
break
back.
you in.
Trying to break your back.
Listen, when I
Bend
first
over to the
met
front and shake
Freddie
it.
the Man, come on, man. They say shit that you want to fight over. If you don't, like, I'm from a different generation, y'all, so don't judge me. You know, man, look at your eyes. My God, they're piercing. Look at you. Oh, I can't see me. Oh, that's funny. Right? They say the weirdest shit ever. When I met Freddie the Man, I went in there with that Jazzy Fat Nasty's demo. My first meeting with Freddie the Man lasts 20 minutes. 20 minutes. 20 minutes later, I'm the senior VP of Black Music A&R Maverick Warner Brothers. The sister that was sitting at the receptionist desk was acting all, snooty patooty when I walked in, because back then I played basketball every day. I had on some basketball shorts. I had on a tank top over a t-shirt with my hat turned to the back and a backpack. She looked like, "What are you here for?" I was like, "I have a meeting with Freddie the Man." She was like, "With Freddie?" I was like, "Yeah, with Freddie." 20 minutes later, I came out with Freddie. He was like, "Everybody, this is our new senior VP of Black Music A&R. And guess who wound up being my assistant?
Christian Keys. No.
The girl with the stank attitude. And I made sure she did shit for me that I didn't really care about. "Hey, could you go get me some coffee?" I was in my 20s. I didn't give a fuck. I don't drink coffee. Just go get it. The fuck?
That is horrible. 2 sugars, bitch.
I go in there and play that demo. "Oh man, this music makes my dick hard."
Whoa! I want to hear that.
What?
This music makes my dick hard. That's crazy.
What? That's how they talk.
Pity boots, boots, boots.
"This music makes my dick hard. I love it." What?
Wow. Wow.
Can we sign him? Like, that's what my mind. Can we just sign him? Because shit.
This music makes my dick hard.
The fuck?
And he was a stud. I'm joking.
I'm just saying, man. It's been hella uncomfortable when you're around them types. But like I said, when I first met Quincy, it was just me, Quincy, and Mo D. Quincy looked me in the face and was like, "Oh, you're in trouble." "Shit, man. I know. You're in trouble, man. I know you're in trouble." "Shit." I said, "What?" He was like, "Look at those eyes."
Whoa.
"You've got kids, don't you?" Yes, man. I know it. "You've got kids, don't you?" I was like, "Yeah, I got 3 of them." He said, "See, I told you, man. You're in fucking trouble." Shit.
Strangers in the night.
It's a weird industry, man. They be on some different shit.
Damn.
But like I said, if they know they can leverage any aspect of what you got going on. I remember my ex-girlfriend from 2005. When I tell you this girl, gorgeous than a motherfucker. 5'10", beautiful. Woo, gorgeous. At the time, she was working at Hooters.
Respectable job.
She was working at Hooters. I mean, she was grinding. She was in a bunch of Hooters was the side gig before Uber existed. That was like a side gig. She wasn't, It was crazy because when I say she was grinding, she was doing like 80,000. She was doing like 80,000 a year, but it wasn't just all Hooters. It was real estate. It was all kind of shit. She was grinding. So she's at work, her Hooter shift. Crazy shit. Now, crazy. Halle Berry's manager walks in. Halle Berry's manager walk in, see her, and like he like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Hey.
Hey. You got on the Hooter. Oh, at the Hooter.
Hey. Motherfucker was taken aback, to say the least. So he basically said to her, are you an actor? Have you ever acted? Do you want to act? Blah, 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 this or that, da, 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 da. So he was like, check this out. Come to my office tonight, 6 p.m., when you get off work. She was like, okay.
What outfit?
She immediately calls me and says, yo, shit felt a little creepish.
No.
Will you come with me? I said, abso-fucking-lutely. Because she was excited, but yet a bit scared. Like, wait a minute. It felt a little off. Like, you know, he's letting her know who he is. I manage. Whoop-de-whap.
And if you make a Hooters waitress feel uncomfortable, you done did some shit.
No. It ain't always like that. But I get it. No, but she reached out and said, can you do a little research? Can you call Marcus and find out the story on this guy? So I called Marcus. I said, yo, King, what's the deal, my dog? We do. And I ain't going to say what King said, but just understand it was decided that I go with her. So when I went with her, the motherfucker was happy as hell to see her until he saw me behind her. Then all his energy changed. And what I said was, I was like, yo, you go into his office. I'm going to sit out here. You go on and, because I didn't want to impose like, oh, I work with this or I'm working with that. I didn't want to impose any of my shit on it at all. I'll sit out here while you go in there. She came out of that office after about 20 minutes with a stack of books, acting books. Never heard from him again. If she would have went there by herself, come on now. He saw her and was like, ho, 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 ho. I love you.
Hey.
I love you. That motherfucker saw her and went crazy. Yeah, but that's what Hollywood is. That's what it be on. They know you thirsty.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Bring me some wings tonight. Hey. And
so I believe the brother. I believe the brother. I'm
do you
sorry.
believe who? Do you think you know who he's talking about?
I don't know and don't care. Meanwhile, doctor facing lawsuit for allegedly using his own sperm to impregnate his patient 40 years ago.
Right.
Guess what he looks like?
He looks like this.
Hi.
Listening.
I'm doing nefarious shit as a doctor.
I know
but
a stud look like
because I'm
him.
a doctor, you're going to think I'm credible. Ethos. On to the next story.
Oh, no. I mean, where was this? Because I know some people kind of look like this.
Man, listen, man. You got to be careful out here in these streets. Oh, let's see this. Breaking. Pope Francis has approved
wait.
priests to bless same-sex couples.
Wait, let me go. Let me find the Popey real fast.
I mean, I'm just reading them. You don't,
You know, I then put them on so they
'Cause
can
I'ma be-
see.
we about to
They can
leave
see
in
the
a
little
second.
man. Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Breaking news: Pope Francis has approved priests to bless same-sex couples. Back to you, Zoe. Now he got his hand over his mouth. Don't say nothing.
Don't you say nothing. What else? What other stories do we have to cover real quick?
I think you're running. Okay, let's see here. What is going on with my thing here? Okay, and I think you kind of touched on this, but we can
Can
go
you
back.
look up Jonathan Majors real quick?
Jonathan Major, sure.
We want to get this update because I think there is an update.
Okay, I will look that up. There we go.
And listen, I'm not here to say people out there ain't reckless. People out there ain't found guilty of assault and harassment. Hollywood Reporter. Jonathan Majors, guilty of assault, harassment. The verdict was reached on Monday by a 6-person jury after 4 hours of deliberation spread across 3 days. The actor is set to be sentenced on February 6th.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. Wow.
Okay. The verdict was reached by a 6-person jury after roughly over 4 hours of deliberation spread across 3 days. Jonathan Majors, wearing a gray suit and black dress shirt and tie, sat with his attorneys who failed him clearly, or either the evidence was so fucking crazy that this is the deal they had to take. With family members and his girlfriend Megan Good behind him as the verdict was read. Sentencing is set for February 6th. The charges carry a sentence up to 1 year in prison. So let me just say this. What is Megan
He looks
with
very
him?
surprised on there.
Let me just say, what is Megan with him for? Is it true love? Because if it's true love, that's dope. She stuck it out even though he was found guilty of assault and harassment, right? Yeah, let's look. That's a very layered, nuanced kind of situation, right? If he's found guilty of that, you either think he didn't do it, and they lied, and they're railroading him and sending him up the road, or you know he did do it, but you think he won't do it to you. Does she love him? 10 toes down? Fuck it. Listen, you're a flawed man, and I'm going to stay with you. I'm 10 toes down. Or you're Jonathan Majors. Major actor, major superstar actor. Maybe do you understand what I'm saying? What's the motive to stay with somebody in this kind of situation?
Well, she was went from a Bible thumper to a woman beater, so she has a pattern.
I'm just saying, is it an indication of true love or true opportunism?
I know he better not touch her.
Somebody said, let's talk about the lying, funky ass white broad. The white broad can lie about everything. We know what happened. We saw her chase him. We didn't see him chase her. We didn't.
And you still get found guilty.
I'm just saying, what is the motivation for somebody to stay in a situation like that? I'm just putting a thought on your mind. Major faced 4 charges of assault, aggravated harassment, and harassment after he called 911 on March 25th. When he said he found his ex-partner, Grace Jabari, unconscious in their apartment, police arrested Majors after finding apparent injuries on Jabari, including a laceration behind her ear and a bruised and fractured finger. Majors pled not guilty on all charges. Jabari, who took the witness stand for the first 4 days of the trial, said Majors has caused the injuries during an altercation in the car several hours before. She testified that the alleged incident occurred in a private car when she saw a text on Major's phone. Oh, how I wish to be kissing you. Let me just say this. The guy in the car said the person that was doing the majority of the fighting was the white woman.
Yeah.
So maybe Meg thinks he's not guilty. I don't know.
See this. This may sound real messed up. What I'm about to say.
That's why I'm better off just staying the fuck away from people.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, black women take stuff differently than white women, I think. You know what I'm saying? Because a black woman, number one, sometimes, and ladies, don't, if it's not you, I'm not talking to you. But if it is, you amen me. Because sometimes you like a little rough. I don't want no pushover. You know, sometimes if I push it a little bit, you know what I'm saying, shake me. I like that. You know what I'm saying? But understand who you with. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with little shaking baby syndrome every now and then, you know what I'm saying, to an adult. You know, but at the same time, it's like he made a choice. These women out here, especially the white women, they're like that Beyonce song. The first time you say no, it's like you never said yes. I'm sure she wanted to do something.
I'm going to push back just a little bit.
What?
Yeah, just a little bit. I'm not saying that you're incorrect. I'm saying there's another side to it. Black women are like this too.
Some, yes.
And I'm going to tell you how. I'm the king. I'm the queen of receipts. Black women keep every correspondence you and her have ever had. And if you get out of pocket, the proper authorities will be laced with the proper receipts, nigga. Don't think for a second that this is not true.
But at the same time,
tell me I'm wrong.
But yeah, at the same time, a black man is more likely to be charged for hitting a white woman or a dog before they do hitting a black woman. So then there's that too. So, I bet you one thing though. I bet you he gonna go home and regroup. Because what? You think he gonna get some time?
Yes.
Wow. Dudley talking about shake me. I like that. Yeah. That's a little bit.
Listen, man, that's what I told my son today. Once we saw this story about, a kid he grew up with playing hoop. Listen, man, I told my son, I said, man, I'm so fucking proud of you that you ain't did no fuck shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so proud that you good and you didn't do no crazy shit, man. And I told him, man, please continue to walk the straight and narrow path away from fuck shit, away from bullshit. Please continue to do that. Stay out of the reach of harm's way, bro. Like, just keep working, keep grinding. In terms of these relationships, man, keep arm's distance. Because I'm starting to realize the closer they get, man, the more vulnerable you become. And next thing you know, anything could happen to you if they wanted it to. If they felt a certain kind of way, man. And it's unfortunate that you got to isolate and insulate yourself from people. But shit, it's dangerous out here, man. Especially if you got something, if you're in a position, it's dangerous.
I have a question though. Like, why are all these actors violent as hell? Because, like, I understand. Now, I don't think a man should hit a woman, even though I think some women are out of pocket. That's another story. Anyway, but athletes, like boxers, they get hit in the head. Maybe they got a little something. Football players, they get knocked around. If you played against Draymond Green, you could get injuries as well. But acting, my nigga, like, what are you doing? Like, he played in Lovecraft country. You know what I'm saying? Like, How is he so built up with so much tension that he out here whooping on women and stuff like that? You know,
Man, but
I
let me
don't
tell you
get it.
something. Women will put themselves in harm's way. Many women will put themselves in harm's way if there are resources.
Because Me Too gotta eat too.
That's what it is. If there are resources, they'll put themselves in harm's way.
Damn. I mean, nowadays a lawsuit is better than a baby.
For the most part, they will put themselves in harm's way. You cannot say I date a certain type of motherfucker and not put yourself in harm's way.
Oh. Ooh, okay. What can you
No,
expand on
because
that?
I'm ready to go. Like I'm ready
You
to
don't
wrap
wanna
this
expand on
motherfucker
that?
up
Oh,
and I'm ready to leave.
Okay, excuse me. Excuse me.
I love y'all.
Don't Jonathan the Majors mean it.
I ain't gonna Johnny. Draymond needs anger management. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. But let me just address that too.
Oh, please.
That spinning back fist. Draymond knows that a lot of this awkward shit is like, this is not autistic hoop, like weird.
Autistic hoop.
I'm just saying, like weird out of nowhere movement. Like that's not basketball. You can't. Not in a game, dog. No, it's just no disrespect to anybody that's on the spectrum, but you can't
playing the banking bone. Okay, son. Baby.
All right, y'all.
Draymond played
man.
foot basketball.
Y'all enjoy y'all fucking holidays and all of that shit, man. If y'all want He Is Risen, we still have a few bottles.
Are we going to be here on Christmas?
Is Christmas Monday?
That's next Monday.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I will come right in here on Christmas and do this shit while y'all.
I may get on air so my mama can see me.
All right, that's fine.
For a hot second.
Yeah.
Oh, now they want to talk about Draymond.
Yeah.
Where you going?
The show's over.
Okay. Okay. All right. So if y'all would like, okay. Hit your girl Cash App right there at Sundays with Sarah. Like hit your girl Cash App. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's the holidays. I'm trying to get some presents for some people. You know what I'm saying? Shit is high. Inflation is on 10. I love that. Hit up Zoe. Hit up me. Hit that Cash App. Drop a little ho, 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 Merry Christmas to all my fellas out there that want to give me shout outs in the chat. Shout out that Cash App. You feel me? That's what we doing right now. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I love it. Hit up Zoe. Buy a book. Buy me a book. I'll give it to somebody. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up. Like, let's do this. Go on Amazon. You know what I'm saying? Get an Amazon gift card and put it on there. Oh, you can actually purchase this book. Recommend a book list. Zoe give y'all book lists all the time. I'm in here, but okay, read the chat. Okay. I'm finna pygmy wife. Okay, why? Stop it. But instead of a pygmy wife, you can purchase your books from www.mrzoewhat.com. Also, again, my Cash App's on the screen. I'm here. I don't know where my people, y'all used to hit your girl up, but you know what I'm saying? It's coming the end of the year. I want to buy a nigga a gift or something like that. Hit your girl. Tell me y'all appreciate me. Y'all appreciate me? I appreciate y'all. Me Too gotta eat too. I ain't trying to file no charges on nobody. I ain't got no case against Puff. Puff out here, Cassie getting lawsuits and stuff like that. I ain't got no lawsuits against nobody except this one nigga off Crenshaw that kind of rubbed me the wrong way when I was in the grocery store. But I can't sue the grocery store. I found out that the Asians own it, so they ain't gonna give me no money. Come on, y'all. Love y'all. We'll see y'all next week. And next week gonna be Christmas. I need eggnog into the studio. I need all that. Yeah, talking about mindset. He gone, Zoe gone. He's in the atmosphere, you know what I'm saying? But y'all can't listen to my voice? Can I play a little organ for y'all? Can I sing a little Silent Night, a little something? The Temptations versions. That's the only version I like. That's the only one I fuck with. But anyway, Sarah, who you talking to? Us? Hey, we can be your private dancer for money. Do what you want me to do. Oh my God, I'm about to First of all, guys, this is our first holiday without Tina Turner. Show your love on the Cash App. Shout out Tina. Okay. Zoe's is Zoe what $ Zoe what nets her. And mine's is $ Sundays with Sarah. And that's Sarah without an H. You don't have to, it's on the screen. All right. We love y'all. Y'all hit us up. Go to the website and he's here. Pasadena's on. He's right here. He just told me he about to leave me. All right, y'all. Okay, I was like, here's your girl Cash App, okay? Love y'all. All right. And we are out. Bye, y'all.